My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.
It's time for the feature on the afternoon, the World Sports Betting at 1900. It is a Grade 2 event that is set to get underway at 14:39. That's an odd time for this race, but nonetheless, it's going to be a cracking contest over 1900 meters, and we look forward to it. It is also the start of Jackpot 2. But before Devon and myself get into race number 7, we've got 2 reruns lined up for you. That of Quasi For Sure when winning on the 22nd of April, which was obviously his last start in the drill hall. So Quasi For Sure, Quasi For Sure, yes, and then of course Cape Eagle, but it was not in the drill hall. My apologies there. Quasi For Sure, Cape Eagle. Interviews: Vaughan Marshall, Peter Muscat, Byron Foster, and Glenn Cotson.
Silver Operator goes in for a run. Look for hounds. Quasi For Sure starting to warm up. Got 3 lengths to make up. It's going to come out for a run. It's Battle Force still the leader. And Quasi For Sure starting to warm up down the insides, imposing. But Quasi For Sure exploding through. And Quasi For Sure to win, going away. Second will go to its close. Silver Operator, Battle Force, or Imposing. Then comes Flying Bull. Captain Fontaine's trying to put in a claim. It's going to come around them. And Cape Eagle still goes past the 200-meter marker. Lord William's on the inside. Captain Fontaine's going to have to put it together. Cape Eagle and Lord William over the last 100 meters. Cape Eagle's finding more though. And Cape Eagle's going to win it. Cape Eagle won it. Captain Fontaine's involved with Lord William, and then back to black.
Michelle, he's done very well since he's arrived here at Summerveld. You know, he did run in the Met, and that was his last run, yes, sure. He's done quite a bit of work here, but he will need the run. If he wins with the amount of work that he's done, then I'll be ecstatic. But he's looking very well, as you saw early on, and I just hope he runs a decent race.
Quasi For Sure faces his stiffest task to date on Saturday. Being a son of Quasillo, there's every reason to suggest that he is going to stay. He's never run beyond a mile before. The race does look like it's got a lot of tempo in it, which is hopefully going to assist him to settle properly. If he settles properly, I expect him to be running at them late. Obviously it's a highly competitive race with numerous winning-looking chances on form, but he did win impressively at his last start, and I think he can be involved.
Yeah, look, Michelle, it's obviously going to be another test for him. He had a fantastic off-season, and we thought we'll throw him in the deep end early on in the season just to know where we are. Obviously we nominated him for the July, and yeah, so we planned this race. We really aimed him at this race, and like you say, he's going to come in with bottom weight. He likes going forward, so the draw I don't think is going to matter too much, and as long as he's got his gate speed, and yeah, he's in a good space. He's come through his prep as well as what we wanted him to, and it's now whether he can step up to this type of opposition.
Yeah, it's his third run after break. And he had a nice long break, he had a nice holiday. So his first run he needed quite badly. His second run, a fantastic run where he ran second to the stable companion. He was a little unlucky because Rachel was battling to hold the horse, and she sat right on his girth for 800 meters and just made him over-race her. But eventually she pulled back and got him in behind, and I think that cost him the race. But delighted that we still won the race with the stable companion. That's always important. Yeah, and I think that it's third run after break. He's had a great prep. There's a lot of horses coming off from a break that are probably going to be needing their runs. There are other horses that are improving. They're on their way up. So it is an interesting race. He's drawn wide, but I don't think it's going to worry him because he's a galloper. He likes to go up there and gallop. So I think that as the noms came out, Samanga's agent was on the phone. They said, we've got to ride him. I think Samanga's been placed on him on all these rides that he's ridden him, and I think we could get lucky depending on how the Cape horses travelled. I mean, Rascallion's got amazing form, but coming back off his Met run, so he might just need it. Pakaya's, he's been prepped for the July, so this is an important run for him. So he's probably going to be the horse that we have to beat, just on current form. And of course, there's a lot of Joburg colts as well that are really nice. But we're happy, we're excited, and we're going to be very competitive, I can assure you.
Yeah, quite interesting comments there coming through from Glenn Cotton regarding his runner number 12, Flying Bull. He's obviously drawn out deep, but he's a horse that has got quite a bit of gate speed. Sure, what a race, what a race. Horses that obviously are prepping for the July. We heard Pakai is probably his main aim is for the July. We haven't heard it quite from Justin Snate as yet, but we'll see how he comes out this run here. Obviously, we heard from Peter Muscat and Byron Foster as well. Now, Pakai is your favourite, along with Quasi for sure, both at 28-10, 9-2 about Rascallion, and then at 7-1 and Better Bar those. I am convinced that Quasi for sure will stay. I think he's going to stay. The pace is going to be on, and he's going to be running on very strongly. I think he's got a cracking turn of foot. He's a smashing son of KwaZulu. He's a top horse, and I truly believe that he can make it 6 wins from 9 starts come Saturday. He's got 56 kgs on the back. He's obviously going to be given a chance from the draw, and he'll be doing his best work at the finish. And I feel he's a horse to beat here. I know Pakaya does have his measure on that run in Cape Town, but we all know what happened on that day. And he's better off at the weight as well. But I'm not convinced that Hollywoodbets Greyville, the shorter running, could suit Pakaya. He's obviously a horse that's going to run well, and we'll have to wait and see how he does go. Healthy respect for him. And then Cape Eagle, he's a horse that, you know, last season Byron had Airways Law, similar sort of profile coming into the Hollywoodbets Durban July. Obviously, they went for the trial, the Dolphin trial, I think it was, and that horse came through with that run. But Cape Eagle going for this run, he's a known front runner. Whether he's going to get cheap fractions, only the race will tell. But he's a top quality horse, and I think he's going to have every opportunity. But Devon, I'm with number 9, Quasi for sure. I think he's a horse to beat.
Yeah, I'm in full agreement for you. That's for sure. I've been waiting for this race, and it's sure, hint, hint, to be an absolute cracker. So I'm in the camp of number 9, Quasi for sure. I do believe that there's going to be a solid pace on in this race. There are many runners that could make that happen. So there's a good chance he's going to be suited to that speed, and he's got a devastating turn of foot. I remember this horse's debut effort quite a while back when he won his maiden and Donovan Dillon rode him. He came from an absolute mile back to win. That is a sign of a really, really good horse. And hats off to the Peter Muscat yard and the entire team. They've done a fantastic job with him. I was on course that day when he won his last start. Very, very impressive. I'm in the camp of number 9, Quasi for sure. I believe that is the horse to beat. There are dangers. Obviously, number 4, Pakaya, which is trading at around about 28-10. Those are joint favourites currently. Healthy respect for a horse like number 3, Rascallion, but you did hear Vaughan's comments. The horse might need the run. And just note that there has been some betting support for number 2, Winchester Mansion from the Brett Crawford yard. That's got solid credentials as well, with Cabello Mazzaniani aboard. That's bound to run a cracker here. But I'm going all out for number 9, Quasi for sure. I'm hoping he can deliver.
We certainly have to keep a close eye on the money for number 2, Winchester Mansion. He's obviously a horse that will stay, and with just 52 on the back, he'll be there or thereabouts. But for both Devon and myself in the World Sports Betting 1900, we with number 9, Quasi for sure. We with the KZN trainer Peter Muscat, and hopefully he can get this grade 2 success.
Hi, I'm Trevor, the CEO of the same foundation. The donation we received from Interbase helped us in procuring vital, life-saving medical equipment and PPE for Tygerberg and Groote hospitals in the Western Cape. This was while the Western Cape was the epicenter of the pandemic. If you would like to get in touch or assist us in these projects, you can get hold of us on our website, which is www.samefoundation.org.za, Facebook and Instagram or LinkedIn.